What's going on, you guys? It's Rahul here, back again with another video. And today, well, if you guys saw the title of the video, we're back again with the game, back here again with the game picks, and this time we're on to week 9. Yeah, it's been the season. I gotta say, man, it has zoomed by pretty fast. But anyways, you guys know what to do. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please like the video as it really helps out the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and you're a fan of the NFL or the NBA, as I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers, and there's videos like this already on the channel, and there's already gonna be videos like this in the future. So if you don't want to miss out on any new videos, subscribe. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers, as I said before, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, this video is unscripted basically, so sorry if I do forget something, forget it. But anyways, I will be doing a Q&A when we reach 100 subscribers. So if you guys want to learn more about me and you're new, click the subscribe button. But now let's just get this thing started. But of course, our first game, we got the Packers and the 49ers. Now, the 49ers, I don't think they'll do much for the rest of this year, man. I mean, really, it's because of injuries. It's really not totally their fault. It was just out of control, you know, with the injuries. Kittle, I think he's out until like week 15. So like they won't get him back to like the very end of the season. By then, San Francisco, who knows where they'll be. The Packers, as we all know, they got upset by the Minnesota Vikings. So of course, that is concerning about them. You know, so that is something they will have to figure out. Ultimately, though, I do think the Packers will win this game. As well, I think right now they're the better team, and of course the San Francisco's just been decimated by injuries. I do think San Francisco can put up somewhat of a fight, but ultimately, sorry about that. Ultimately though, I have San Francisco losing. I have Green Bay winning. I'll just say Green Bay winning this 24-17. For the Texans and the Jaguars, well, I got this one. I think it might be like a close one, but I think the Texans will win this one. The Jaguars, as I think I've said this before in the past, but you know, the Jaguars have not looked as bad as I thought, but I don't think they will be doing much this year. Their schedule is not the easiest in the world at all. And I just think Houston's been looking a lot better without Bill O'Brien. I'm going to have them winning this one 28-20. For the Giants and Washington, I'm going to have the Washington winning this one. Now, New York, they definitely pushed Tampa Bay to, you know, gave them a run for their money, which is definitely something, which is a really good sign, you know. And that's something you really like to see from the team. And of course, they didn't win. I mean, the call was pretty controversial, like no call. You know, they had a controversial ending there, but, you know, they nearly beat one of the best teams in the NFL right now. So, of course, that's something you really like to see from the Giants. But going on with, I just think Washington will win this, mainly because I feel like out of the two matchups this year we see from the Giants and Washington, I think Washington, it will be like pretty much tied. But so New York, they won the first one. I think Washington will win this next one though. However, I think this will be a very close score of 17-19. So of course, I'm gonna have Washington winning this 17-19. But going on to the Ravens and the Colts, personally, I'm gonna say it's the Ravens. Now, of course, I don't think this will be like a blowout. Of course, it's not going to be a blowout. The Colts, they're a good team. But, of course, you know, the Ravens have not looked like the same 14-2 team we saw last year. And, of course, the COVID tests just don't help at all. But I do think the Ravens are just a better team. So, of course, I'm going to have the Ravens winning this 31-23. But I think it should still be a pretty close one. But for the next game, we got the Lions and the Vikings. I mean, personally, I think the Vikings, they'll do a lot better. They've started to look a lot better than they did before. You know, before they just looked terrible. Kirk Cousins was looking like the worst quarterback in the NFL. Well, maybe not the worst, but like one of the worst at least. You know, he's looking very bad. But I mean, personally, I'm gonna have the Vikings winning this one. You know, they upset the Packers last week. They're starting to look a lot better. I'm going to have them winning 21-27. I do think Detroit will make this relatively close. Detroit's not an awful team, but they are by no means a great team. For the Titans and the Bears, I mean, personally, I think this is going to be a pretty close game. I could see this going either way. I mean, maybe this game will not be as close as I think it will be, but I think this will be a pretty competitive game. I mean, personally, I think Tennessee's the better team, but it's not by a whole mile. I'm going to have the Bears winning, though, 24-23. I mean, personally, I don't think the Titans are a horrible team, and neither are the Bears. They nearly beat the Saints, and I think that's something you really like to see by them. Now, of course, you know, they definitely could have beat the Saints, but, you know, they put up a really good fight. The Titans, they have not looked they did not look really good last week. They lost to the Bengals, and not only did they lose, but they lost by 11 points. I think it was 31-20. I'm not sure if, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I might have predicted the score except it was flipped. I thought it was going to be Tennessee 31 and Cincinnati 20, but anyways, moving on from that game, you know, we got Carolina and Kansas City. Personally, I'm going to have the Chiefs winning this one. Not too much of a surprise. I'm not going to spend too much time. I think it's going to be Kansas City 38-21. I do think Carolina is going to definitely score a little bit, and it will not be a 30-point blowout, but it will not be like I don't think it will be a very competitive game, but I do think it should be I think the Kansas City Chiefs will win this one with relative ease. That's how I'm going to put it. For Seattle and Buffalo, I mean, personally, who knows, man. Seattle, they beat San Francisco last week. However, the San Francisco did start to get decimated by injuries, but Seattle, you know, they're still a very good team. However, their defense is very concerning. I mean, I know Jamal Adams got injured. I'm not sure how much longer he's going to stay out. Who knows about that one. Buffalo, they beat my Patriots. However, it was by just 3 points, and I do think the Patriots definitely could have won that game if that one fumble did not happen. I think you guys will be getting this video out. This video should be out after my mini rant, or not rant, but like my video on the page, what the Patriots should do next. You guys will see that. But I think you guys have already saw that before. But let's just get into this game. You know, that's enough of the random stuff. But for this one, you know, I think the Bills will win this one. However, this should be a very close game. I have the Bills winning 33-30. I think this should be relatively high scoring at least, but I think this will be a very close game because Buffalo, I think their defense will show up in this game, but I think they'll show up, but like, how do I put it, man? Like, of course, I think this will be a close game. I think it could be pretty high scoring, but I think Buffalo's defense is better, and Seattle's defense has not looked good. So because of that, I'm gonna have the Bills winning, but it should be pretty close. But you know what? Let's just get over to the. Sorry if I'm going a little bit too long. You know, this is unscripted. But for the next one, we got the Broncos and the Falcons. I'm gonna have the Falcons winning this one. You know, they beat Carolina, and I mean, they've started to look a lot better. The defense did not look like an absolute liability against Carolina. And of course, Denver, we all know they came back against the Chargers. The Chargers blow yet again another lead. But I think this will be a pretty close game. I'm going to have the Falcons winning 24-21. For the Raiders and the Chargers, this is going to be a pretty close game. However, I'm going to have a little bit of an upset here. I'm going to have the Chargers winning 20-21. Now, the Raiders, they are not a very bad team. You know, they've looked pretty solid so far. The Chargers, I mean, they could have been a lot better than they are right now. I mean, they have not looked like the worst team in the NFL. However, they have a huge issue with blowing leads. In fact, I'm going to pull this thing up. I know they blew like a few leads, and I mean, a lot of the games they lost were like by 1 possessions, and they very could have won these. Like the one against the Chiefs, they definitely could have beat them. And they also could have beat the Buccaneers and the Saints and the Broncos. So that's what 1, 2, 3, 4 wins that they could have had, you know, and that would have put them at like 4-2, I believe. Let's see, 6-1. They could have been 6-1, you know. And I think that might be that. I think that would have been good enough for the division, you know, and that just shows. I mean, you know, I think the Chargers will win this game because. I don't know, man. I just have a feeling that the Chargers will win this game. But going on to the next game, we got the Dolphins and the Cardinals. I'm going to try to speed this up because I don't want this video to be too long. I mean, I got the Cardinals winning this one 30-20. Miami has not looked like a horrible team. I mean, they beat the Rams, who are not that bad of a team last game, you know. But I do think the Cardinals are just the better team. You know, they've looked pretty good so far. So I'm going to have the Dolphins losing 20-31. For the Cowboys and Steelers, not much to be said here. Cowboys defense, one of the worst in the NFL, if not the worst. Steelers defense, I'd definitely say the best defense in the NFL. I'd say the best team in the NFL too. Cowboys, you know, they will not do much this year, okay? Dak Prescott's going to be out for the year. Don't expect him to do anything. I have Pittsburgh winning 37-6. For the Saints and the Buccaneers, this should be a pretty close one. The Saints, they beat the Bears in overtime. The Buccaneers, they won just last night as I'm recording this. But I do think the Buccaneers will win this. I mean, I think Michael Thomas will be playing this game. I think he might. but I think the Buccaneers will win, mainly because of how well they've been looking, and the Saints have not looked like a premier contender like we thought they would be, you know? And then for our final game, it's the Patriots and the Jets. Now, this one, I'm not going to spend a ton of time. I think the Patriots will win. Now, this won't be a 30-point blowout, but I think they will win with relative ease. I have them winning 24-10. But with all of that being said, that's just gonna be the end of today's video, you know. And with all, you guys know what to do. Like the video if you guys did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers, and it would be very much appreciated if we could reach that goal. You guys have been killing it a lot with the subscribers lately. You know, I'm trying to reach when we do reach 100 subscribers, I will be doing a Q&A. So if you want to learn more about me and ask some questions, well, click the subscribe button if you're new. But with all that being said, though, you guys, well, I'm out, you guys.